Yeah. Well, he's gone from X Factor finalist to classical crossover star and even a huge touring stage performer, and I'm delighted he joins us for this Easter special here on Sunday. It's a pleasure to welcome to the show Rcone Roberts. Rcone, great to have you with us.
Great to be here. Happy Easter.
Yeah, no, we caught up with you last week. We were talking about the new album and of course the tour, which we'll get on to in a bit. But because it's an hour, I thought we'd go back into your life a little bit, talk about things in the X Factor life, of course, maybe before the X Factor. And if we can start looking back maybe 6 years, pretty memorable it's been as well, but outside the limelight, because whenever I've interviewed you before, you're a pretty big fitness guy. Even today, you've come in your fitness gear as well. You're still keeping fit as well. Tell us about how you keep fit. I know you've done a half marathon and bits and bobs. What's it like to be involved?
Well, I keep fit. Basically, running is the key for me. I find that is the easiest way of shedding weight and keeping off the pounds, and I quite enjoy it. And I like structure, so people often say, do I like running outside? Well, I do if the weather's good, but invariably the weather's atrocious in the UK, so I use a running machine, and I know exactly, because I program in what I'm doing, so I get the same every day. So I generally run 5 miles every day on the running machine, and I do some light weights as well. I used to be a power lifter, so I used to lift very heavy weights. When I was a rugby player, I used to bench 185 kg at the age of 16.
Really?
That's illegal, surely. but now I can only bench a cocktail stick because I've lost all that weight. But yeah, fitness is important. Sport still is a huge part of my life, but unfortunately, time doesn't allow me to be part of a team anymore, so I have to do it by myself.
And I have to ask that question because I remember I came to interview you at the Wales Millennium Centre a few years ago, and a woman who was looking after you at the time said, "Oh, we can't find him. He's gone out for a run somewhere in Cardiff."
That'll be right.
So
yeah.
I was waiting for about half an hour to work out where you'd gone, but also reading up. You were a big sportsman, as you mentioned there in school, and there was talk of you maybe being a sort of professional sportsman. Do you kind of miss that avenue? I know there's talk of you maybe going into a rugby career. Do you kind of wish you had gone down that level as well?
Well, I have fond memories of my rugby days, and I loved rugby. It's the best game in the world without doubt, but I watch the boys playing now, and I think I'm not sure I would want to be on that pitch. I mean, it's so physical. I know I sound a little soft now, but I'm certainly not match fit, and there's so many injuries. I don't know how people, I get dejected if I pull my hamstring or something and I'm out. I'm not running for 4 or 5 days. But if these guys, they get concussion, they break limbs, it's full on. So I love watching it, and I admire them. They're warriors, but I don't miss being on a cold pitch getting mullered.
You prefer to be inside in the warm. Yeah. Well, coming up across the hour, we've got lots to talk about. The X Factor, of course, life on the road, the new album as well, the tour, and plenty more for this Easter special. But I thought we'll start off with some song choices from you throughout the hour. So if you can perhaps pick one off the album and give us our first song choice.
Yeah, well, this is the one one of the ones I'm most proud of. It's the lead track from my new album, One Day Like This, and this song is the very famous Nights in White Satin, done in my own way.
Una notte infinita, una lettera che non sarà mai spedita. Cos'è la realtà? Io non lo so più. Ad occhi aperti, il mio sogno sei tu. Io ti amo, sì, ti amo. Quando ti amo. Guardo la gente che provo. Respira il silenzio dei tuoi pensieri. Un giorno sarai tutto quello che speri. Io ti amo.
Radio Carmarthenshire.